the full professional mixed martial arts rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the cage with a professional record of 3 victories, 3 defeats. Representing Team Chongi, please welcome Shaun Hampton! His opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He enters with a professional record of 3 victories, 1 defeat, representing FCPC. Please welcome Lukas Pilch. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Neil Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our co-main event of the evening here at FCC 21. Veteran referee Neil Hall, one of the best in the business, about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds if they need them in the FCC middleweight division. Shaun Hampton in the blue and white, Lukas Pilch in the black and orange trim. Brad Wharton, Steve Cook-Abbott, privileged to call the action from cage side. And Steve, we're seeing a former decorated amateur light heavyweight champion in Shaun Hampton going for gold for the first time as a pro in the middleweight division.
And he's facing that Lukas Pilch, again 3-1, 2 of those 3 fights KO wins. This guy is tough, rugged, dangerous, and comes from a great camp. We're in for a war.
And you talk about rugged, you've got to talk about Shaun Hampton. Oh, he's taking some big shots though. Lukas Pilch looking to pounce on Hampton here.
But this is Shaun Hampton's, I mean, this man takes punishment and keeps digging it, giving it out, keeps coming forward.
His pro debut against Adam Wright, one of the most hellacious, seemingly one-sided fights I've ever seen, and Hampton came back to get the submission. We know this guy can take a licking and keep on ticking.
He's
it's a huge right hand from Lukas Pilch.
Neil Hall is looking close. He's just opened him up under the left eye with that shot on the ground as well.
Hampton with the power double, looking to connect the hands.
Pilch though, trying hard, and Hampton gets that takedown.
And this is where Shaun Hampton is so dangerous. Steve, we didn't pay for our seats here tonight, but I don't know about you, I think the FCC faithful have got value for money.
Absolutely, and we're only a minute and a half into this one. Hampton trying to control that position, trying to get heavy.
This is where Hampton needs to be. He's got to pressure Lukas Pilch against the cage, use that upper body strength. And man's got to back like a grand piano. He needs to get that on top of Lukas Pilch here. Going to switch for a single leg here, try and rip his man off the cage.
He changes levels so well. He plays upstairs, then he drops downstairs. Pilch is just defending. But gotta give Hampton credit for having a chin.
Pilch was doing a great job there to create a wide base, but Hampton persevered and was able to score that takedown.
Almost, well, he has him mounted. If he pulls that arm, gonna take the back, maybe.
Hampton looking to get the back here. Pilch needs to keep his back up against the cage here, Steve. Hampton looking to rain those big, heavy fists down.
I thought he got underneath, but Lukas just rolled with it. Now Hampton has to work off his back. Open guard. Oh, I almost want to stand back up.
We said this might have been low-key one of the best cards in terms of quality that FCC have ever put on, and it's certainly lived up to billing. These professional contests, the amateur title fights have all been absolutely stunning tonight, Steve.
Phenomenal. Pilch finally gets a bit of distance. Invites Shaun Hampton back up to his feet, and I think we're starting to see where each guy wants this fight.
Pilch looking to get those hands working again. Clips Hampton again, and again Hampton with a big takedown, and again looking to get heavy on top.
And now taking the back, no hooks in though.
Hampton might just be a little high here.
Nice roll by Pilch, but Hampton's into the side, dropping an elbow.
We've seen him win with submissions from side control as well. Heavy shots to the body from Hampton. He's got a good Kimura on him. Any hold where he can use his body weight and pressure and that upper body strength is good for Shaun Hampton. He's already looking to search it out. Again, switching to the back now is the man from Team Chongai.
One hook in. Looking to try and get under that chin. And he... Pilch turning into him. Can't be a whole lot of time left in this one, Brad. Is he gonna have enough time to work?
Hampton doesn't need much. If he can get that short choke in or land some big shots. Oh, Lukas Pilch not liking these.
No, I think he was trying to look to say one of them landed to the back of my head, but the referee wouldn't have it. I can't see if that choke's in. But
that's a short choke, Steve. He could well have it here. He's gonna bend in the spine. Oh, he doesn't get it.
Good.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Hampton looking to reset that choke. He's not going to get the full rear naked in here. He might have a chance on the short choke. Pilch has the arm in though. It's not going to happen. And we get to see a round 2. And Lukas Pilch remonstrating there about shots to the back of the head.
Absolutely.
Steve, I think there's quite often a misunderstanding from fighters over what constitutes the back of the head. That's why we have such great experienced officials like Neil Hall here on FCC. If you've got a question, you can ask the referee and they'll be happy to explain it to you. But, you know, quite oftentimes we see a fighter, they'll take one, you know, behind the ear towards the three-quarter position. That's a legal shot.
Absolutely.
You've got the mohawk and the headphones. That's the illegal target area.
And when you're on the ground, you're rolling, you're posturing, you're moving your head to avoid shots. Some of them are they're gonna stray. It's not that they were targeting the back of the head.
Exactly, Steve. If you turn into a shot to the back of the head, that's not an illegal punch.
Well, the seconds there.
And the most important thing to remember, Steve, is this: stop when I tell you to stop. The final instruction from every referee: defend yourself at all times. Do not look to the referee to stop a fight. Defend yourself.
Well, starting on its feet again now.
And we're going to have time out here. There's a bit of water in the cage. And credit to Shaun Hampton there. That was his own corner that put that water in, and he called for the referee to get it cleaned up. We don't want to see anyone slipping over and a fighter getting injured like that.
No,
especially when the fight is entertaining as this one.
Yeah, no, when it's this tight. Here we go. Pilch, you want to keep it standing? You want to keep it away from the floor? Is that my takeaway from the first round?
Oh, absolutely. Lukas Pilch did some great work in that first round with his hands. Hampton surely going to look to barrel his way in. He's got such a great double leg takedown.
Well, he's a specimen at 185. He was a big lad as a 205-pound amateur, but at 185, he's monstrously thick.
Now we saw him go 5 rounds with Andy Clamp. We saw him in there with Brett McDermott. We've seen him against Mitchell Richards.
Now he's
fought some very heavy hitters and come out on top many times. Nice. Right straight to the body from Lukas Pilch.
Oh!
Straight left from Pilch.
3-punch combination there, ending with the straight left. And now unleashing some ground and pound. But
good work from
Hampton.
Pilch to sprawl, but Hampton shoots on the double.
He goes to what he knows, gets that double leg. He's going to link those hands, and he's going to scooch out those hips. Shaboom!
Hampton on top now, looking to rain down some heavy leather. Referee Neil Hall warning Hampton to watch the back of the head. Hampton's got to take the back here if he wants to turn this around. Nice cradle there from Hampton. Wrestling on point from the man from Team Chongai.
Staying very heavy on top as well. Pilch with the arm to base, but not going to be able to explode up from there.
And the corner of Hampton telling his man to drag the head down. They want them to pull Pilch to the floor, but Pilch able to use the cage to get back to his feet. Exactly where he wants to be. Hampton trying to be very, very heavy on the back of the neck there.
Oh, nice knee.
Big knee from Hampton. Pilch able to break away though.
This is another fight that is going to not just come down to skill set, but will and tenacity.
And how heavy are the hands of Lukas Pilch?
Heavy. Every time he lands something, he marks them up. Over the eye, under the eye.
He dropped Hampton with a straight left. Hampton coming back with the right hand and a double leg behind it.
And that double leg, even though it was a little labored, he got in, transitioned to the single. He's now going to try and reap the man off the cage. But wow, this has got to be an exhausting strategy for Shaun Hampton here. Embracing the grind for sure.
And Hampton's all about the grind. Again with the takedown, and again heavy on top is Hampton.
Yeah, very controlling and heavy. Again, looking to try and get that arm under looking for the submission.
Pilch is going to be very careful trying to stand up on his knees here, because if Hampton gets on his back and flattens him out, that's bad news. Pilch needs to work his back onto the cage, put his butt against the corner of the cage in the mat, and work his way up from there.
Right now he's clinging on. Referee Neil Hall keeping a very close eye on the action, making sure it stays busy, and so far Hampton doing enough that no need to stand. That's just a mean crossface he's putting on there.
It is, but the position of Pilch against the cage takes away one of Hampton's weapons, which is that far side Kimura. Oh, big elbow from Hampton there. The third of elbow into cheekbone. Sickening with its sound.
I mean,
Hampton grinding on him here.
I mean, this is like Austin Aries type heel tactics on there. It's ugly and it's mean, and it's going to frustrate Pilch to no end.
Referee Neil Hall asking for a little bit more from Shaun there to keep this position. Hampton answering back with a few elbows.
Few small elbows.
Toes in the cage from Lukas Pilch there, and you see the referee warning him instantly. Neil Hall on top of the action here.
Pilch looking like he's trying to use that cage to perhaps push on. There's some knees to the, if the pros do it, why don't the amateurs more often, Brad? Anywho, is he looking to try and isolate that arm? I can't see from here.
Hampton's going to find it quite difficult, I think, to pull off an armbar or a Kimura here against the cage. He may just be trying to grind this one down. Where Lukas Pilch at? Final 10 seconds of the round. Let's see some short elbows from Hampton here.
Yeah, I'll go with the knees to the body, Brad. That makes me happy all day, every day. He can come to my party. Wow, so two very, very different rounds.
Steve, that second round may be up for debate as well. We're obviously not judges, but Lukas Pilch landed some hard punches. He had Shaun Hampton reeling early on in that round. The later stages, of course, was all Hampton on top. No submission attempts to speak of, though, so perhaps the second round is Pilch's as well.
Oh, I just don't. I'm beyond knowing. I'm looking forward to a third.
Yeah, I'm looking into the corner now of Lukas Pilch. And I believe Martin Stapleton, from what I can tell by body posture and limited lip reading ability, he's talking about sprawling on these takedowns, because that really has been the downfall of Lukas Pilch. He's not been able to sprawl out on the takedowns. Hampton has been able to shoot those doubles and get his man on his back.
Hampton, though,
Pilch needs a way to keep up that onslaught on the feet.
Hampton just has to make sure that when he does engage for the single or the double legs, if he's going to look to close, he needs to do it quick. Can't be sloppy with them now. Oh, we're going to hug it out here. I quite like that. And then we're going to punch each other in the face.
Great sportsman, Lukas Pilch, Shaun Hampton. Absolute credits to their teams, their sport, and themselves.
Absolutely. After 10 hard-fought minutes, we've got the prospect of another 4 or 5, but
Hampton needs to be very careful, because Pilch has been accurate with his hands. Hampton, when these takedowns start slowing down, needs to be very careful with that head position.
Yeah, needs to set that takedown up with something, make Lukas think on his feet for a moment before changing the level, but Pilch is really stepping into these shots.
He is, but the punches don't have the same snap as they did in the first and second round, and nor should they. Oh, but he's caught Hampton with a cuffing left hand, I believe that was, behind the ear.
And another one on the chin. It seems to me that if Pilch can keep moving, can keep the range, in and out, that this could be his round. But if he lets Hampton Close that distance.
Oh, just a little slow on the entry, and now Lukas Pilch can look to defend this takedown. He needs to get his hands on top and push Hampton's head down. Hampton's too far in though, it seems. Gets the single leg. But he's gonna have to do something here, Steve.
Well, Lukas Pilch looking to post and then get that back against the cage. Wall walk up. They had great head positioning there by Hampton, putting it right underneath the chin.
Hampton really laying into Pilch here against the cage, or trying to. Staying very heavy. Pilch with his back on the cage, he'll look to get that foot underneath him. Hampton though instantly with the gable grip this time.
Yeah, he's got those hands hooked.
Gets the double leg. And you saw Martin Stapleton in the corner there of Pilch, asking their man to push down the back of the head, but it was too little, too late.
Bit of fatigue perhaps entering into that as well.
Oh, Hampton on the back here. He needs to get those hooks in though. He's got one. One hook in for Shaun Hampton. What a turn up for the books this would be.
This is going to be now a testament to,
He's across the jaw.
Unpleasant, uncomfortable.
He's got a great bend in the spine though, as he looks to adjust. Looking to go under the throat here. He might get the short choke, Steve.
And we know he's got some power, so if he gets a squeeze going. Pilch trying to stay calm, hand fighting up top.
Hampton looking to reset here and sink that forearm under the throat.
All right, rolled him here. Still only the one hook, but now trying to get that second one.
Oh, Hampton needs that second hook here to flatten his man out. Oh, and he's getting it up.
Getting it up.
Pilch in top position.
Good Lord. Now.
And that could be the fight, Steve.
Well, does Pilch now stay here and just look to dominate position, or does he look to disengage and look to keep it on its feet where he's...
I mean, there's no reason for Lukas Pilch to disengage here. Hampton's not shown to be a particularly strong sweeper off his back at any point in this fight or others that we've seen. He has shown to be a great takedown merchant, though. Does Pilch want to take that risk? If I'm him, no, absolutely not.
Stay busy, stay on top.
Neil Hall asking the fighters to stay busy there.
Yeah, Pilch throwing a little shot to the head, a little shot to the body. Really embedded in that half guard. An open half guard, I might add.
But like you say, Steve, perhaps Pilch content to just stay in that open half guard. He's not essentially looking to pass where Hampton can then get the hips moving.
No, plenty of very good pros have won fights from comfortably in the half guard.
Randy Couture loved that half guard position. Sit there all day and pound away. Pilch happy to do that.
Gotta be maybe down to the final minute in this 15-minute war. Hard on display for sure, but nothing new there from Hampton. And Pilch digging into the reserves to try and put a stamp on the finish of this round.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Shaun Hampton, Lukas Pilch, leaving it all in the cage. Pilch attacking with hooks from that top position, and that's all she wrote. And oh my goodness, what a fight. Lukas Pilch helping Shaun Hampton to his feet. Lukas Pilch raised his arms to the sky, as well he might.
Well, if it goes Pilch's way, a big, big win for the young man from FCPC. But
great show of sportsmanship there, Steve.
That's why I love this sport, more so than anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was for the FCC British Middleweight Championship. And after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards with a split decision. Your winner in the blue corner, a new FCC British Middleweight Champion,